But at the same time, it's not about that. It's the lack of knowledge and decision making that people make that put them into these downfalls. Come on, D. I used to see, look, I'm 30, I'm going to be 35 this year, come December, the end of December. I used to have to read for anything that I knew. We had encyclopedias. I guarantee most of these parents that's under the age of 35 never bought an encyclopedia set. I guarantee it. I got one right now. I have no kids to leave that knowledge to research something.
Yet. No kids yet. Let's add that there.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing on the way either.
No kids yet.
don't make me say yet like I got them on the way, but I ain't got none yet or on the way. But what I'm saying is, as far as me as a child, I had to be, what was I? 10 years old, 11 years old, and I had a book report on Honduras to where you either had to go to a library to get the information, or you had to have an encyclopedia in your house, which I was fortunate enough to have one.
I had to have one too, because I definitely didn't have like internet access at my main home.
But that's what I'm saying. The internet, and don't get me wrong, I'm not going to quote all the years and all of that shit, because I am a part of the community, but I don't know all of the exact years, because actually it was a lot of people influential on the internet, and a lot of them did not get credit because a lot of them, quote unquote, came from Black inventions. So yeah, but the thing is, the internet basically started in the 80s.
Technically a little earlier than that.
Late 70s, the 80s. Late 70s, it was only like 3 computers talking. That's not technically really, that's more of a communication cast.
Yeah, but
a broadcast.
But also we got to look at it in terms of like people using like the deep web for communications. That's how we got the deep web as we know it now, and that'd probably be more of a basis of where we get the internet from.
Who created the deep web?
That came from intelligence agencies.
There you go.
But I'm saying we have access to it now. So that, like Wi-Fi.
We had access to it for like the past 9 years.
Wi-Fi's been around for like since the 40s.
People been on the deep web.
But again, we had technology for this stuff. It just wasn't public technology.
We got a lot of technology for a lot of stuff. I don't want to direct your show, but yeah, if you saying that, like. Question.
Man, the show's about to talk. If you got something to say, man, let it out, man.
Question.
The people want to know.
Then the question is, since we're talking about technology in the deep state, how is it that, who was it, Israel? Who was that put they drones up in the air, created the electricity with the laser beams and made it rain? Was that Israel, right? That was Saudi Arabia.
Right now, they make it rain in Saudi Arabia.
It was Dubai.
Is it Dubai?
It was Dubai.
One of those places.
It was Dubai.
Yeah, because they're going through severe drought right now, so they've been making.
All right. Question. They can do that 2-3 weeks ago. They can do that 2-3 weeks ago.
We've been doing that for 20 years.
We got patents from that from the 70s.
No, but I'm saying,
I think Ford was the president when we first signed the first weather modification.
But have you ever heard of HARP?
But my thing is
have you ever heard of HARP?
That's
what I'm about to get into, man. Yeah, HARP is weather manipulation, and it's located in like Alaska, something like that.
Question. If we had all of this knowledge from the late 70s, at least approved since the late 70s, all the way to now, and we seeing other people make it rain literally, like it's the strip club, they made it rain.
And we're going through droughts now.
Exactly. Why are you going through droughts and wildfires?
Because we believe in capitalism. Capitalism is the end all be all of our country, and we understand that.
All right, there you go.
Capitalism. That's the thing. It's capitalism. Capitalism holds us back in a lot of aspects of things because we truly believe in monetizing something to the maximum of its ability. We've had electric cars since the 40s. When I was in kindergarten, they brought an electric car up to my elementary school on career day. So I'm like,
technically, you had electric cars before.
I know. I'm saying since the 40s, we've had electric
cars.
They were
more so prototypes. They were more so prototypes. But it's a lot of things about the car industry that a lot of people aren't taught. As far as a lot of people don't even know about the Patterson's Automotive Group, which was a black-owned automotive manufacturer in America in the early 1900s. That's why I be telling people, like, as bad as you want to say shit could have been, I say could have because we're taught certain things. We
definitely taught one specific way.
We're taught certain things that don't align up with your own biology. Like, see, this is my thing. It's crazy for me to see how we can be rowdy with each other today. But we had to think that our ancestors 100 years or 150 years or 200 years ago were bitches. You're talking about like 4 to 5, 6 generations, depending on the family.
The problem is we don't get taught about like slave revolts and things like that, or Indian wars that taking place, or all the people who sit here and fought against it.
It was mainly Indian wars.
It definitely was mainly Indian wars, and we definitely don't get taught about a lot of the Indian wars.
Man, it's impossible to bring 12 million people over here on a sailboat.
That's a whole different conversation right there. That's a deep dive right there.
No, we can just talk.
We can just talk. No. I like this. That's what I'm saying. I like this. We can have those conversations.
You already know our combos go completely random. Like, we could start on the LeBron Jordan thing, and then we talk about organization, and then we talk about business minds, and then we talk about how to save and invest, and then we talk about crypto versus fiat. Like, that's how our conversations always
That's
go.
why I wanted to get you on this show. I want to let y'all know, last week we argued for about like maybe 8 hours over LeBron versus Jordan. And I just want to say Jordan's still the greatest.